CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Glad to have you join us on CoreTV News at 7. I am Frank Omalapi, and here are some of the stories we're filing at this time. President Goodluck Jonathan has returned to Nigeria from Israel after a two-day Christian pilgrimage. He arrived in Abuja at about 5 o'clock Monday morning from Jerusalem and was received at the airport by FCT Minister Bala Mohammed. President Jonathan returned on the same presidential plane with the General Overseer of the Winners Chapel, Bishop David Oyedepo. He later had a photo section with the clergyman on the airport tarmac before being driven off to the presidential villa. President Jonathan had, during his two-day stay in Jerusalem, visited the Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall, as well as other Christian holy sites, including Mount Tabor and Mount Carmel. An Israeli newspaper, the Jerusalem Post, also reported that the Nigerian president had a private audience with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu before returning to Abuja. Now, the presidency has come down hard on Governor Rotimi Amechi of Rivers State over some allegations he made against President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife Patience on Saturday at a mega rally of the All Progressive Congress in Port Harcourt. While speaking at the All Progressive Congress mega rally, Amechi had, among other allegations, accused Jonathan of not implementing any project in the state, encouraging corruption, and meddling in the state internal affairs. But the presidency, in a statement by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Dr. Ruben Abati, he described the allegations as false and baseless. Abati said the governor's unwarranted outburst was an indication that he had lost all sense of priority, decorum, and responsible political behavior. He said Amechi was peddling the falsehood in order to incite the people of the state and the country against his assumed political foes. And our former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said it is dangerous for any party or politician to toy with the idea of fielding either Muslim or Christian tickets, or given the current happenings in the polity. In a statement issued in Abeokuta, Ogun State, he called for sensitivity and vigilance on the part of the leadership of all political parties. According to the former president, sensitivity is a necessary ingredient for enhancement of peace, security, stability, and at this point in the political discourse, an arrangement for Nigeria and for encouraging confidence and trust. He explained that disregarding the fact that there were fears that needed to be allayed, and at this point will amount to insensitivity of the highest order. And now the nation's leading opposition party, the All Progressive Congress, will hold an extraordinary national convention on Wednesday, October 29, 2014 in Abuja to approve amendments to the constitution of the party and also adopt its manifesto for the 2015 general elections. In a statement issued in Lagos by its National Publicity Secretary, Lai Mohammed, the party said the proposed amendments, when approved at the National Convention, will align with the party's constitution, better with the Electoral Act, and also allow the APC to function more efficiently. It is also said the convention will adopt the 6-point manifesto that has been extracted from the one of the party submitted to the INEC earlier for the purpose of the 2015 general elections. The manifesto to be adopted at the extraordinary convention, according to the statement, is specifically for the 2015 general elections. Because of the shifting priorities, we do not believe that a party manifesto should be one for all time, but a document that will adjust to the changing needs of the people. This is broad priority areas for the APC ahead of the 2015 general elections and national security, good governance, human capital development, economic development, land and natural resources, as well as foreign policy. And away from that now, a new poll conducted by NOI polls shows that President Goodluck Jonathan has the overall best rating among all possible presidential hopefuls in the run-up to the 2015 general elections. But the result that placed former head of state Muhammadu Buhari way down the ladder has generated a lot of controversy, with many questioning how the survey was conducted. It is against this backdrop that CoreTV News Pi Samuel went in town in search of the people behind NOI polls.
It looks like a cyber cafe, and these people could be mistaken for online job seekers. But this is not the case. The people here are collecting information and collating data based on the opinions of Nigerians across the country. This is where the data that put President Jonathan ahead of governors Raji Fashola and Rochas Okorocha, as well as Muhammadu Buhari and Atiku Abubakar, were collated. So, the question is, what were the modalities used in arriving at the results?
To contest as a president in this country, there are two key factors that need to be considered. So, familiarity. Are you familiar? How well do the people know you? Do they know you? Secondly, what's your perception? How do people perceive you? Do they perceive you positively or do they perceive you negatively? Right, so this recent poll conducted, we cross-analyzed the familiarity and the net positive favorability. So we found that the president has a familiarity of 99% and a net favorability of 25 plus 25%, plus 25. This was followed by Babatunde Raji Fashola, who had plus 8 net favorability, and Rochas Okorocha, who had 0 net favorability.
To ensure a wider coverage area, the pollster also uses language experts, and on this day, they could be seen putting calls through to respondents in different languages on one survey or the other. To some Nigerians, NOI polls is a political mouthpiece rather than a data-gathering outfit. They readily point to its links to coordinating Minister for the Economy, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. The polling outfit will, however, prefer attention placed on its methodology and how its survey can help policymakers formulate policies based on the people's perception.
And our mission is to actively engage the public in using their opinions to support decision making. It's a platform where the voice of the ordinary man can be gotten and used to support decision making.
The survey on possible presidential aspirants is the 5th conducted in recent times by NOI polls. But how will the result that many have considered controversial benefit Nigerians ahead of the 2015 elections?
The left quadrant, which is low familiarity and low negative net favorability. So we have people like General Muhammad Buhari, people like Nasir El-Rufai, people like Rabiu Kwakwanso, Comrade Adams Oshomole, coming under this quadrant of high familiarity but low negative favorability. And it's left for their campaign teams to look at this and say, what can we do out of this? How can we craft strategy?
This survey by NOI polls involves the random sampling of 1,000 people across all 6 geopolitical zones, and is just one of many polls that have of late been conducted by individuals and groups. And with only a few months to the 2015 polls, political analysts expect more as the election draw nearer. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Now, Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly Adeyemi Kuruforiji says it will consolidate on the gains of the present administration if it becomes the next governor of the state in 2015. Kuruforiji made his promise while declaring his intention to contest for the governorship of the state on the platform of the All Progressive Congress. Our correspondent, Abiola Oluwole, who was there filing this report, presented from our studios. As the 2015 general election approaches, political gladiators in Lagos are strategizing to win the support of the party and eventually succeed incumbent Governor Babatunde Fashola. With recent declaration of a former Accountant General of the state, Akinwumi Ambode, to clinch the ticket of the ruling APC setting the pace, The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Adeyemi Kufuruji, has followed suit with a promise to consolidate on the gains made since the beginning of the current democratic dispensation in 1999. According to Kufuruji, his 10-point agenda is designed to further give Lagos a facelift.
Of good governance, standing leadership, and of mass excellence, for which Lagos has come to be known. To ensure that the greatest good generated in and attracted globally to Lagos is shareable among all Lagosians.
Earlier, wife of the Speaker, Mayowa Kufuruji, called on APC faithfuls to support the aspiration of her husband.
I am convinced that it's another change agent. Representing to you, supporting, taking, getting there, and he will serve you. It's an experience you will never, ever regret.
As aspirant to cross party lines just to succeed Fashola as governor, the electorate will ultimately decide who becomes the next helmsman of the most popular state in Nigeria and its economic nerve center. As the 2015 general elections approaches and politicians change allegiances, while some members of the All Progressive Congress in Ibeju-Lekki faction have defected to the People's Democratic Party. The formal defection ceremony held at the community primary school Iberekodo playground, right in front of All Progressive Congress Secretariat. Our correspondent Anita Fatuji tells us more.
While receiving the decampees, a PDP stalwart in the area, Bode Oyebode, says the people of Lagos have resolved to change the government in the state for good.
People of Lagos are resolved to change this government for good in Lagos. Hence, you are seeing the wind of change blowing from Ibeju-Lekki, and it will blow like that out to Badagry. I'm very sure by February 15, PDP government will rule in Lagos State. This is the beginning of it.
Oyebode says the PDP in Lagos is ready to produce the right candidate who will do better than what the present administration of Babatunde Fashola is doing as governor of Lagos State in 2015.
The PDP will surely bring what we call qualitative and realistic changes into Lagos. Let me tell you, let us be frank with ourselves. Governor Fashola has tried. He has done his own bits. But we are going to improve on what Fashola has done. We need somebody that is quite intelligent. We need somebody that has vision. We need somebody that is cool-headed. We need somebody that has the interest of the state in mind. And I'm very sure that quality is in the PDP, leading PDP gubernatorial candidate. The people of Lagos are looking for Jimmy Agbaje as the governor of the state.
Some of the decampees, however, have this to say on what informed the decision to leave the APC.
I received APC party as a party that imposed candidates on individual. Our mission to join this PDP, we find out that PDP is a party that we can call democracy. This is a party that will allow anybody to come out. When you come out, you can contest. If you are popular from your constituency, from your ward, you will eventually emerge.
The hope of PDP is brighter. If you see what is going on now, talk of PDP about some years back, you will see it. But let me tell you, go to the APC where they call themselves. You can see there are a lot of crack within themselves. What does it call crack in politics? It is when there is a dictatorship. They don't want members to speak their friend, their mind.
To this gathering, change is right only if Nigerians made the right choice. Anita Fatunji, CoreTV News, Lagos.
You're watching CoreTV News at 7. Adamawa State Governor Bala James Singlari has suspended the Gombe Local Government Council. Find out more and other stories after this break. Stay with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce someone special here tonight whose understanding, knowledge, and support has truly made our juice company prosper.
I wonder what goes into making this.
You'd be amazed.
It often starts from the farm, where fresh fruits are grown and carefully sorted, and straight on to the factory, where they are pressed, processed, and packaged. Then off they go again, this time to large distributors like you, and retail shops, where people buy and pay with ease.
You seem to know quite a lot about this. You work for the juice company then?
I suppose I do.
Please join me in welcoming our business banking service partner, Stanbic IBTC Bank, to partnerships that move us forward. Stanbic IBTC Bank, moving forward.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
If you're just joining us, this is CoreTV News at 7. For more information on our news and other programs, visit our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/CoreTV News. And our Twitter handle now at CoreTV News NG. You can also log on to www.youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, News. Adamawa State Governor Bala James Singilari has suspended the Gombe Council Local Government Council with immediate effect pending further investigation of gross misappropriation of public funds as contained in an audit report submitted to the government. The council has been directed to surrender all government properties and security documents in their possession. The suspension is contained in a statement signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Ibrahim Andrew Wedier. Now, the federal government has dragged the Nigerian Bottling Company Limited, bottlers of Coca-Cola, and its chief executive before a federal high court in Abuja for alleged breach of the Consumer Protection Council Act. The charges were filed on behalf of the government by the Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Adoke. While a one-count charge was preferred against NBC and its managing director, a two-count charge was slammed on Coca-Cola Nigeria Limited and its chief executive. The two criminal cases have been listed before Justice Evo Chukwu of the Federal High Court in Abuja, but a date has yet to be fixed for the hearing of the cases. The two executives of the companies are liable to jail terms ranging from 3 to 5 years if found guilty. Now, President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, Ignatius Kaigama, has reiterated the stand of the Church against same-sex marriages. He said the Church would not excommunicate the gay community, but will assist them with prayers and counseling to overcome their abnormal behaviors. Kaigama, who spoke in Jos while briefing newsmen on the outcome of the third extraordinary synod of the family of the Catholic Church held in Rome recently, said the outcome of the synod had been given varied interpretation, especially on the position of the Church on homosexuality. According to him, the Church does not condone and had not endorsed same-sex marriage and considers marriage as a union between a man and a woman for the purpose of raising a family to reflect the teachings of Jesus Christ on the importance of the family as a domestic church. Since the Nigerian authorities announced a ceasefire agreement with Boko Haram, there have been instances of attacks on some villages in the northeast. Expectedly, many people have been wondering whether the government was talking to the real leadership of the group, but there are others who are hailing the initiative. But many residents of Abuja would prefer to wait for the release of the abducted Chibok girls before they are convinced about the possibility of a ceasefire.
The fragile trust was brokered in Chad at the instance of several African leaders, especially the Chadian president, Idris Deby. But news of the agreement has continued to draw diverse reactions from Nigerians. Some residents of the FCT who spoke with CoreTV says the line told by government is a good one.
Yes, the ceasefire agreement between government and Boko Haram is a welcome development. welcome development in the sense that ceasefire will ultimately lead to peace and tranquility in this country. And this is exactly what we desire. Nigeria has always been a peaceful country, only that certain elements decided to introduce this. People who had vowed to make this government ungovernable. So this ceasefire is a welcome development.
Ideally, we are happy if there is ceasefire, because ceasefire is what will make Nigeria to move forward. Mr. President has decided to embark on a transformation agenda that will reposition Nigeria and take it from the quagmire in which it was before. And if anybody does not embrace this anticipated progress or transformation, that person is seen as an enemy of this country.
A few others frowned at the development, saying it may make Nigerians and security operatives become complacent. They easily point at the cases of insurgent attack since the government announced the ceasefire.
I don't think they ceased. They just went some break and they went some space to master their plans or to set on another plan. They did not cease entirely. If not, why would we have another bombshell in Zibauchi? So they are just giving a ground to see the reaction of the people and the reaction of the government. And if they will see that the governments are not by their side, they continue what they do.
I think I feel Nigerian government, the Mr. President led transformation agenda, didn't get this right, because it's as if Boko Haram is an entity. We don't see them as anything. Federal government is the sole, ownership of our security, both the environment. So whatever it is, there is no point Nigerian federal government, the sovereign nation like Nigeria, going into ceasefire with agreement with Boko Haram that is faceless.
This man also advised governments to ensure that right people are at the round table.
They have not done much enough, like going to the grassroots of the sect, the Boko Haram sect, because the government might have been dialoguing with some people who want to use that avenue to make some gain on their own personal personal selfishness. Probably these are the people that government are dialoguing with, and they might deceive the government by telling the government that yes, we are the intermediary between the government and the Boko Haram.
Indeed, relative calm has returned to the northeast, but while many Nigerians pray that peace returns to stay, others would rather prefer to watch and wait.
As part of efforts aimed at providing modern and befitting accommodation for residents of the state, the Osun State government has flagged off the construction of a new town within the state capital town, Garominyo New Town. It is also to accommodate the proposed new Osun State government house. A correspondent, Rashi tells us more.
The Garominyo New Town is located within the new secretariat in Abere, covering over 1,200 hectares of land. The new town straddles part of Oshogbo and Ede. It is made up of 7 neighborhoods with over 3,000 residential plots. Flagging of the new town, Osun State Governor Arun Faregbeshala says the proposed new town is part of the 6-point integral action plan of his administration.
In a similar vein, and in keeping with our 6-point integral action plan, the development of Garominyo New Town is a continuation of the fulfillment of our promise to ensure and promote healthy living in a decent environment for our people. Consequently, development of the new town will be in line with our overall urban renewal program, in which 9 of our cities, including Oshogbo as the capital, are being redeveloped to meet the requirement of well-structured, carefully controlled urban groups.
It is disclosed that the residencies of the officials of the 3 arms of the government will be sited within the new town.
Development of the remaining portion of the GRA, measuring about 1,200 hectares, is what we are officially launching today. With this, the GRA is available for application from interested members of the public. I understand that this decision was taken in order to fulfill the physical development requirement of the new state and its capital. I can assure you, you will get your CFO within 30 days of the application for the land you purchase there. 30 days, you get your CFO.
Aregbesola, however, warned the opposition not to create any political stand because of the name of the new town, as his political group, Oromia, has no link with it. When completed, Oromia New Town is expected to be home to an estimated population of over 80,000 people with adequate facilities. Rashid, CoreTV News, Oshogbo.
The outline of what we are going to have in this town, Oromia town.
Well, and that's a wrap on CoreTV News at 7. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omanape. Don't forget, join us at 9:45 for our primetime rating. Thank you for watching.